Welcome to the Clues at the Movies podcast. And today, why don't we have it go around in a circle? Let's have everyone introduce themselves.
Howdy. Hello.
Mike's over here.
Mike's over here.
Wrong way. How am I supposed to look at the camera?
We're not supposed to look.
Push your mic up.
Well, it's a podcast.
Yeah. Don't be listening.
Okay.
Yikes.
What's up, guys?
Now I want to move the mic a little closer.
Yeah, put it like center of the table.
All right. What's up, guys? I'm Wyatt. I love the boys. And
Excellent show.
He hasn't seen The Boys.
I have
What?
seen the boys. I have seen the boys.
Oh,
Wait, so you didn't even know that was gonna happen when we
I was
watched?
gonna say.
What? No, I have. He's lying. I have seen the boys.
I can't tell at this point.
Oh, so you finished The Boys?
Nothing to do with help.
Yeah. So you're on season 3?
I am on. I finished. Okay. Anyways, I'm Wyatt. I love the boys, and I'm excited to be here at episode 4 of Kaluvi's at the Movies.
You're excited to be a Kaluvi?
I guess so.
He already is a Columbia.
Yeah.
He already is a
I'll
Columbia.
see how this goes. None other side of I'm excited.
Whoa. Okay. We're turning number right here, original. Let's hit it.
Ethan Derby, class of 2023.
Okay.
Oh, dang. Okay, that was a quick
That's
one.
it.
All right.
You're coming.
All right. Brandon Hall. I'm new to the Kaluvi's group. Class of 2024. Rocking the class of 2024. And the recent movie I just watched was Collateral by James Mann. Very great movie.
Oh,
Jamie
is
Foxx
that-
is excellent.
Oh, is that the white-haired Tom Cruise?
Yeah, exactly. Where's that hitman? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you spoiled it. I didn't know that.
Oh, well, you'll find out like the
Okay.
first couple of seconds.
I'm Patrick. Of course, you know me. Returning member, OG Cast. I said it.
I'm Ben, I just found out I was going to come here earlier today, so
Speak up.
Yeah.
You know what?
You're back.
So
Here you go.
I'm excited to be here, class of 2023. I mean, I guess we're doing that.
Class of 24, and
Woo!
also a new.
What's your name?
I'm Ethan. I'm Ethan too. I'm Ethan Walker.
Oh,
Ethan
Ethan.
Derby.
That's real.
I'm also class of
He walks, he
2023.
2023 as well. Okay. Here we
Yeah.
go. Oh, wait, let's do what team we're on.
Oh, yeah,
Huh?
easily.
Oh, yes.
First of all,
introduction.
We're talking about Nope today, okay? The summer hit blockbuster, Nope,
No.
directed by Jordan Peele.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, that's the name of the movie. Yeah.
All right.
Wait, what's the name of the movie?
Nope.
Nope.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
I'm not even gonna do that joke. It's so overused at this point.
All right. I'm Wyatt. I'm on team. Nope. Nope.
Nope. Yeah, okay.
I'm also on team Nope. I'm on team meh Nope, but that's
All right.
It's pretty much the same thing.
I have not watched Nope yet, which is why I'm the judge. All right. I'm gonna hear both sides, unbiased, and we'll see what happens.
And then you gotta go watch the movie later, right?
Yes, of course.
Well, won't there be spoilers in this? Or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no
yeah,
major
sure.
spoilers.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. For our viewers,
I'm on Nope. Yes. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. I'm on Nope. Yep. It's
All
an
right.
excellent movie.
Yep, I'm a Nope Yepper too.
I'm a Nope Yepper.
Oh,
We got
Yepper.
3 Nope
Four
Yeppers and
Yeppers.
2 Nope Nopers.
We're also a Nope Yepper.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, you guys are outnumbered.
Yeah.
little bit.
It's complete,
But they don't-
it's completely biased towards your
But
side.
if you guys are good, then you don't need
I'm
We'll
to
see what
worry.
I'm
happens.
just gonna come
All
out
right.
and say, if me and Ethan lose, it's because it was 3 detail.
That's right.
All right.
If we lose, it was rigged the entire time.
Look, you guys just got to put up a better argument. That's all I'm
Right,
gonna
you
say.
lost in the beginning. You don't have Patrick on your team.
Yeah. So. Yeah, his voice is
You know,
loud.
I say I'm new here. Just learn my lay of the land.
I actually turned up this mic louder than everyone else's.
Oh.
You actually can't hear you.
muted.
Yeah, it's muted. You can't hear
Broke the
anything.
systems.
Okay, so let's start with should we just go through the movie? And starting of the movie, right?
Yeah, sure.
Gordy.
Whatever you want.
Gordy, yes.
Let's talk about Gordy. Should we start with Gordy?
Gordy,
Is
let's do it.
chronological?
Gordy.
Yes.
Let's do it. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, that's
That's opening scene.
All right,
Yeah.
so for Gordy is a little monkey.
Oh.
The monkey that,
Gordy is
that
a-
kills
a
everyone.
A murder
Kills
monkey.
everyone
Oh,
on
a
the set
murder
of
monkey,
the
yeah.
TV show that he's
Except
on.
this guy that survives.
Interesting.
But later
Gordy's
dies.
home. Gordy's home.
Oh.
Okay.
Gordy's
So there's this show in the 90s called Gordy's Home, or whatever, early 2000s. And there's a character named Jupe, all right? He's one of the side characters. And so it's Gordy's birthday, you know?
It is.
And he got some balloons, but the balloons
Happy birthday to
left his hand. And the balloons just started to explode in the lights because the lights are real hot.
Oh God, no wonder it killed everyone there.
Yeah, and then he freaked out because there's loud noises, a reoccurring theme in the Nope movie.
Alright.
Right? Okay.
We're just going through. We're not starting anything yet.
We're just going through?
Yeah.
That's what you
But
said.
if we go through the entire movie, then like we're gonna be 20 minutes without
Okay, well, then-
sharing our
Okay, so
we can
Next
just
should we
on the
start
list,
arguments
right?
or something like that?
let's do starting arguments.
Should we,
You should go
No,
first.
let's just do let's start with overall thoughts on the movie.
Overall thoughts.
Okay,
Overall
okay.
thoughts.
Okay,
We'll start from down there.
Okay.
Start from me.
Yeah.
Overall thoughts on the movie. Like I've already said before, I thought overall the movie had great cinematography. You know.
Say it again.
It had great cinematography. Like Jordan Peele, he's a great director. He's good shots. You know, camera angles are really nice. But overall, and this is my main point, that he does so much, or the actors do so much, and accomplish so little throughout the movie. That's my whole.
Maybe you're just
take.
not seeing everything that the actors are doing.
I mean, they're like
Oh, no.
taking down a whole UFO, right? So I mean,
Yeah.
And the way, and I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm not even gonna get into it.
I mean, this is your
This is
open
the
mic.
place.
This is the
I
mic.
mean,
I hope you get into it.
I don't know how deep we're going.
Okay, fine. We're going deep, okay?
Deep? You want me to
2
start
pages,
deep?
Bob.
You wanted the
2 pages.
deep. Listen, let's
I'm not the deep, man.
You want to say like the boys down
Okay,
in the deep.
okay.
We better hash this out now before we start tearing our faces off at
How
PNN.
they kill it. That is so stupid. There's the giant balloon animal.
Okay, so we're focusing on how it dies, right?
Yeah.
So, the whole point of the movie is that they're getting this Oprah shot, right?
Yeah, the Oprah shot.
The Oprah shot, and they get it at the end, right? And you did it to the mic. It would arouse the audience members.
Ooh.
I don't know why I said that.
you are the audience member.
What? Okay. Okay, Patrick. What do you got? Okay,
Guys,
so.
if you want to see episode 2, let's get 10 likes.
Okay, yeah, okay. Anything else for your overall argument? Or your whatever. Opening
Let's
thoughts.
hear Ethan.
I'll
Let's
see
hear
you in
Ethan.
industry.
Let's hear Ethan. Yeah.
All right.
Let's hear Ethan.
My thoughts on Nope. Overall, I liked the movie. Okay. On Letterboxd, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Generally positive.
Generally.
Okay.
Above average?
Above average. Once again, I think the cinematography is outstanding.
Say it again.
No. I think the ambition of this film is like truly marvelous. Okay, I think that I really appreciate what he was going for this, and I love all the subtext in the film. I think the deeper meanings are like you can like peel it like an onion for hours. Okay, but I don't think that
Onions have
the
layers.
surface layer of the movie does enough to match its subtext, in the sense that I feel like on the surface the movie comes off very confusing and leaves a lot of plots like half baked in order to sort of bring up like the deeper messaging. In other words, it like focuses on the deeper messaging and leaves the actual movie sort of just a little bland.
I actually disagree with that. I'd say I would say personally. I would say this is what I'm saying. I'm saying Jordan Peele, right? He takes high concepts in the subtext, right, and he blends it with enough ambiguity to make it scary and interesting, right? And I think that's what we're really focusing on, is that you have a regular movie by itself that's like, damn, that was kind of entertaining. It was like Jaws, sort of like in the sky. And it's like, oh yeah.
Right.
But then it's like, you say, wait a minute, let me think about this. And it's like, holy, there's a lot to unpack. Okay?
I just think that
And I think those are the best kind of movies.
No, I understand. I just think that the surface movie there, you compared it to Jaws. I think it's a much less interesting and scary. By far, it's much less scary than something like Jaws.
Yeah.
And so I just think that, once again, the deeper meaning is there. Okay, if you want to look for it, you can find so much to love, like about the themes and the characters and how they're used. But the movie on the surface is just not very entertaining.
Right.
It's a UFO.
Let's hear your.
It's a UFO. It's just like on the surface. It's just like another alien.
It's not a UFO though.
It's
It's just another. Oh, that hurts. I'm just another alien movie.
on the
That's
surface. On the
okay.
surface.
Originality was covered in originality this whole movie.
Okay, but the surface level is just that there's an alien in the sky.
Alien in the sky, but it's an actual being. That didn't blow your mind when he was an actual animal. That's originality right there. Boom. When have they done these night shots that were in this movie? The night shots that were actually shot like at night.
Cinematography here?
I'm talking about the originality.
Talk about the night
I'm talking about the originality that we don't have night shots like this in any movie. Any movie, we don't have shots like this.
Well, that's because these aren't real night shots. These are CGI night shots. These were shot. You're right. We literally don't have any other night shots. Because these are not night shots.
I'm saying when you have these night shots of this freaking thing in the sky, it feels like you're there, right? It's always every shot is shot in the
The
perspective.
atmosphere was there in the movie. The atmosphere was very.
Every perspective in this movie is from the ground, right? Except like I guess the ending scene. Look at this. You were seeing what OJ's seeing. It's always shot on the ground. And I feel like that adds to like the just like being in the movie and really.
Let's hear your little thoughts. Let's hear your
Oh.
little thoughts.
Oh, could I? May
I kind
I?
of started rambling on. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, like I mean, I'm the judge, right? Like, I haven't been exposed to this movie yet, but like from what I have seen from the trailers and everything, obviously, it looks very well shot, like competently written. The
Say it
actors
again.
Like
very well shot. Yeah, the actors, they look like they're doing a great work with what they have. You know, they're actors. I mean, like
We'll get into
a lot of these people are.
Oh.
From what I
Talking about
like.
OJ, you're gonna bring out OJ on me. I know.
I
I debate the opposite. So.
Right, yeah, and it's like it's a movie directed by Jordan Peele. So I mean, like from what we've seen from Jordan Peele recently, it's bound to be at least a competent movie. It's bound to be at least mostly good.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
it's competent. It's a competent movie.
It's a competent Jordan.
But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it so far. Haven't seen the movie, but from what I've seen, looks great. Looks very great.
Hit it.
We're gonna count what you said as overall thoughts already.
Yeah, I don't know what I was going on about, but
All right.
I'm gonna give it. I thought it was. I forgot what I give it on Letterboxd. Maybe like I think I gave it a 4.5. But yes, it was a great movie. Jordan Peele. So in his first movie, Get Out, it was real surface level, right? It was
Surface level.
That's not the.
No, I thought it was
compared to this movie.
No, what?
Compared to this
Hold on a
movie.
minute. Hold on.
Are you really?
I haven't even seen Nope yet, and I think Get Out. I think Get Out is
I
better
said
than Nope.
compared to Nope. Okay, I think Get Out is a better movie than Nope. I think Get Out is 5 out of 5.
Get Out is
Surface level
No,
is
I
one
said-
of the last terms I'd use to describe Get Out.
Exactly.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so what I'm
I'm
saying is compared to this movie, the surface level is much more up in your face and Get Out. It's what all I was saying.
This is an alien movie.
I'm saying we're taking the levels. All right. Get Out was probably like the perfect amount of subtext and plot, right? And we had Us, which is just right up in your face, like what the hell's going on, right?
Right.
I didn't understand Us like at all. And I feel like this movie is also a mix of both, but has more subtext, but is also entertaining. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, I kind of agree with like that Get Out was the perfect balance, and I guess that's why I'm a little disappointed by this. I feel like in terms of balancing subtext and surface level plot, he sort of missed the mark.
But I think it's a rebound from Us, right?
I haven't
think
seen Us.
You've never seen.
I've only seen the kill count for Us by James A. Janice on.
Okay, James on Dead Meat, I understand. But, yeah, I think Us is more of just like an all-around just action horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But I guess there's some...
More of a slasher.
I think what
kinda.
made Get Out the most entertaining was like the subtext to it. Like it was very heavily like racially subtext, which was what made it so good to peel it apart and dissect and just
It wasn't your average horror movie.
exactly
Especially
yeah.
watching it like a second time, it's like, holy...
Right, yeah. You start to
Every
notice
time
a
you watch
lot
it,
more.
You pick
Yeah,
up
yeah,
more
you pick up
things.
more.
Yeah.
Which I'd argue you get more in this one, too. So. Well, I haven't rewatched
I haven't
it,
rewatched it.
so, but I would say
It's
so.
literally on no streaming service. We're watching all 1, 2, 3 movies.
Okay.
Okay,
Ben Burns.
All right.
Let's hear it.
When I watch movies, I love Easter eggs. You know, so this I looked at
same.
this. I love Easter eggs. Like I spotted many Easter eggs in this. But like just the interaction between the characters, bro. I loved Angel. Angel was a great character.
Yeah, Angel was
And just-
hilarious,
and
I thought.
seeing- and
Ooh,
seeing-
that hurts. You're
and-
saying ooh to Angel? Ooh,
Like
that
it was
hurts.
okay, like you guys said, the shots really well, and I will say it again.
Say it
The
again.
shots were really well.
Yes.
But just seeing the diverse personalities from each character, like Emerald being this upbeat, energetic, and then OJ's like And then Angel's like, okay,
Like the
I'm freaking
contrast.
out, you know. Angel's like freaking out all the time, but like you see how each one of these characters like interact with each other, and I just love it. It's great. But just like seeing all the Easter eggs and just seeing how everything works, like it's a great movie. And then the shots, you know, the shots.
You really get the brother and sister dynamic. It feels
You
like
do.
so
It's
real. It
amazing.
feels
Yeah.
so real. It's I think the acting, which I think you're gonna mention, which I think it's
It was amazing.
excellent.
Phenomenal.
I feel like every
It was a
little
spectacle.
minute
It was a
detail
spectacle.
was really put in. Right, we have OJ. Which, I'm not going to get into it yet. Okay, I'll bring it up, but I'm going to let Ethan.
I
know.
definitely
Like,
agree.
look at
We'll talk about. We'll talk about
that.
the. We'll talk about. That'll be the first thing we talk about. The
Acting-
characters and the
Acting and characters.
performances.
Performance.
Right,
Yeah.
But like,
And-
Okay,
Ethan.
so this movie is really good. Personally, for me, it's top tier for Jordan Peele movies.
Oh.
I
Top
think-
tier of the summer.
That's
I
big
think-
words.
I think it
Easily.
beats Us and Get Out.
That's-
I know.
Controversial.
I know.
hot takes.
I personally like this movie more. I like the story. I like the twist that the UFO is actually the alien. And
Spoiler.
Oh,
yeah,
it's all
he's
good.
here. And I think Jupe is probably the most interesting character in this movie.
Oh, there's so many interesting. It's so
With-
so good.
Which
Dory.
one's Jupe?
Jupe is the
Steven Yeun.
Oh yeah, cowboy.
yeah.
And
So good.
I thought the acting was good.
It
I
was
don't know
great.
what you're about to bring up about that. I'm
Yeah.
very curious because I thought it was fine.
It's not the acting as much as it is the characters, and we'll get into that.
I'm gonna open up a whole can of worms. Okay, let's go right now. Performance.
Okay.
Characters and performance.
Oh, okay. First of all, I want to say Daniel Kaluuya and Kiki Palmer, amazing performances. Their chemistry.
Okay, that's what I'm
Excellent
I thought you were
actors in general.
I thought you were gonna talk about OJ. I thought you were gonna say OJ
No,
was
no, no,
bland.
no, definitely
He's so
not. Definitely
complex.
not. Amazing characters. Amazing characters. The side characters in this movie,
Angel?
with the exception of Steven Yeun.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say, don't do
The
Steven dirty,
Yeun,
man.
The Angel and the cinematographer guy
What?
are some of
Okay,
my
so
least favorite
I
characters
hate Angel.
put onto film this year. They are
that hurts.
This goes to
Oh,
my
that
second
hurts.
point. The cinematographer guy. What I say by do so much accomplishes so little, they set up that whole thing for the shot, and the guy gets the shot and deletes the shot. He
Okay,
breaks
but like
the
a whole
camera.
thing about a cinematographer, you always want that best shot, and he knew he could get that best shot.
He wanted
but
the
at
spectacle.
sacrifice. Yeah, he wanted the spectacle, and that's exactly what he did, but it took too much of a risk.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
Like,
Let me talk about the
What do you mean
cinematographer.
risk?
Let me talk about the
He killed
cinematographer.
himself, basically. you
Let
know?
me talk about the cinematographer. Okay, so where's the first thing we see him? We see him filming some like horse in front of a damn green screen,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's where we see
It was
him.
a commercial.
And then we go forward in time, and what is he? He's doing. He's in his house, right? And you got these extravagant forests all around him, and he's looking at this footage that's just raw about animals, right? He's looking at the and that's what he loves, right? That's what he loves. That's what he wants to go back to, right? This original shot, no green screen. That's what he wants to go back to, and that's why. And that's why he's going to sacrifice it all for that Oprah shot, right?
and of course not get the shot. Of
Oh,
course,
yeah,
the shot goes with
They
it.
do
The shot
so
goes
much
with
and
it.
accomplish so little.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get into that. But do you
Okay.
really want to open up that can of worms? Like,
Okay, but
that's
they
intense.
They
bro.
do get the shot. There's a scene you can see where Angel's but wrapped in the barbed wire. You can see on the floor the little like disc that they have to put into that
The
thing.
film
So I
chemistry?
think they have the shot.
But they don't
Then-
have
Because-
then why-
shot.
Because
They
the
don't
alien
have-
thing, it only keeps all the natural,
And it-
like alive things, and it spits it all out. Like we see that the
Yeah.
So the-
nickel that comes out, we see all like the keys and all that. So the thing is still there probably somewhere, and they just have to find it.
And
Interesting.
that's not
I think you
explained
see
at
it.
all in the movie.
So
That's-
he-
Well, it leaves it up to interpretation because
Exactly.
we end the
Yeah.
movie
I'll do
after
it.
the alien
So
dies.
the interpretation that they're leaving it up to is the cinematographer just an idiot that killed himself for the point of it?
Okay, so
or
I'm
is
gonna.
he-
Do you want to open up the can of worms?
I want to open,
Open
up
up
the
the
can.
worms.
Let's open it up.
Let's get ready. Okay, so
We are gonna get
the
into it.
subtext of this movie that it's an analogy. This whole movie is an analogy for the film industry, right?
It is.
It is. And we talked about this. And when we pull up the shot with the alien,
Yeah.
so when the alien opens up and becomes a spectacle, right? Let's bring it up. Boom! Right? Okay, we
Oh,
see
wow.
this.
Nice shot.
Now, what is
That is
that?
beautiful.
And I
It's
looked
like a
this
camera
up.
lens.
Yeah.
The camera lens, right?
Uh-huh.
The camera sensor, right? That's the camera sensor. That's what we see when we see the alien open up is the camera sensor. And right, the alien is taking the position as the viewer, as the camera, right? And the rest. Okay, so we see OJ, right? And he and the cinematographer, okay, he's giving himself up for the spectacle, right? For us as the viewer.
and that bleeds into my main point.
And he sacrifices himself for the viewer. He sacrifices himself for the spectacle. And
Right.
the alien consumes him, the viewer consumes him. Because the viewers in our society today for movies are all consuming, always hungry for more entertainment and never satisfied.
And that,
right?
and that's all true, and it's great subtext, but it once again proves my main issue with the movie, that the subtext so often outshines the actual movie.
How is that a
think
bad
about what they
thing?
sacrifice here. They sacrifice an actual character arc. Okay, this character pretty much goes nowhere because of his whole sacrificial thing that comes out of nowhere, by the
So
way.
much
Right.
for nothing.
If
So
he was
much
talking for the
nothing.
whole movie about, man, I really should sacrifice myself to get a good shot.
But this
then
is what
maybe-
this is how he wants to. That's how he wants to end, right?
Yeah,
He's
that's how
tired of
he
this
wants to
bullshit
die,
in
you know?
Hollywood about all this CGI and stuff. So he's gonna sacrifice him for this hand crank,
But the only-
the hand crank, the
okay,
same thing that they
that-
used for the black man on the horse in the very beginning of time of film. He's gonna sacrifice him for that shot, right?
It's even proven
But
in
it's
the movie.
not well developed at all. Like, we do not get nearly enough time with this character to justify him
But that's what-
killing
that's-
himself.
that's the
You only see
beauty
him
of
in
it.
3 scenes.
That's-
That's completely. Someone could have misinterpreted that extremely differently than you've interpreted it.
I'm
Right.
saying that's the beauty of it. You can put your own things to it. You can take those scenes and analyze it. Like the scene where he's in his house, you can see that he's at all this beautiful landscape around him, and he wants to get back to that, right, as a cinematographer in the film industry.
But once again, this
and you
proves...
can analyze that
This,
so
dis-
deeply.
this discussion proves that the film relies on you understanding the subtext.
It doesn't
to
rely at
enjoy
all.
it. It 100% does. Because
I
if
feel
you,
like it
don't,
does both.
if you don't look into the subtext of this, then you're going to think, that was a really stupid decision that he just made. So once again, it's relying on the subtext.
I agree with that. I agree with
It's
that.
relying on the subtext when, if you compare it to something like Get Out, if you even ignore all the racial themes in that movie, which you shouldn't, but if you would ignore it, you'd still get a great horror movie. You know, you still
Wow.
just get a
That's-
great
that's a
horror
good-
story.
that's-
I would
If there's
agree.
someone
I would
that's-
agree.
and
I
if
said
you-
that's a 5 out of 5.
But
This is a 4
if you ignore the subtext in this movie and look at it for just a big,
What it
alien
is.
Jaws type movie, it's not that exciting.
Right,
But
yeah.
this is
Interesting.
Jordan Peele putting confidence in his viewers, right?
Mm.
He's putting confidence in the everyday person that has been blinded by the MCU, the DCEU, and all this shit.
So
that,
you-
It's the
you're
Dark
saying
Souls
you're
of
saying
movies.
that For
Yeah.
this movie to be good, someone has to really go in like thinking critically about this movie.
I'm not. I'm saying.
You're saying the movie isn't very good if you just watch the movie as a movie.
I think it's a good movie, just as a. As
I
a
think
movie,
it is
too.
a good. I was entertained thoroughly the whole time. I only come up with these concepts after the movie
Exactly,
ended,
yeah.
right? So when the whole time I'm like, how are they ever gonna get this shot? How are they ever gonna stand up to this huge being that can just instantly kill you? It's just so interesting to me that I don't know. It's like the anticipation to get that Oprah shot is just like. It drives the movie, and it's not very long. I don't think it wasn't that long. Like
It wasn't
I
that
didn't
long,
drag at all.
but I will say it felt pretty long to me. I think the
I would
pacing could
disagree.
have used some serious work in this movie.
Mm.
Every time they had a new title card, like that was one of the horses' names, I was like, oh, we're doing this again because it slows down to a halt every time they do, and they do it like 5 times.
I feel like that-
they, like,
Okay, I can agree with it. Felt slow in some
It
areas.
felt slow.
Like, yeah.
And even in the third act, where it should be picking up a lot, I feel like it dragged a lot up until pretty much the final, like exhilarating where they're getting the shot type thing.
I feel like that
Right.
adds to it
I
that
feel
they're not getting it. They're
There
not
is-
getting it to the end. They're like if you're with you
And that's
are
how,
with them.
and that's how like video works. You wait till the end, you know.
Yeah, it all builds up, and it's like this shot that they really need always doesn't work out until the very end, with the cinematographer sacrifices himself, right, for the spectacle.
But at a certain point, you lose interest when it's just building
See,
and
I
building and
didn't
building.
lose
Like
I didn't lose
the
interest at
build up
all.
has to be
Interest.
consistent enough, you know.
Yeah,
Like you have to have a build up, sure, like a moderate amount of it, but you have to have points throughout the build up to where
I
it
mean-
makes it more engaging and exciting.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's all kinds of.
But
versions
because
of it.
Right.
June's whole storyline, Jupe's whole storyline is so interesting. I feel like that whole beginning and middle section, right, that focuses on Jupe basically, that carries the movie. And then when he passes or when he gets sucked up in that thing, and then
the
and
bleeding
then
of the house and all
yeah, and then,
that,
and then
like,
I feel like it was really well paced. Where it's like we focus on Jupe, then we focus on the reaction to everyone dying
That's
and
what I
thing
think,
throwing
like,
up.
why get us so interested and involved in Jupe's backstory and just kill him off?
Well,
Because that
it
was
is
part of
very
the story.
investing. You're right, but we got so little of it in the end. Like we got the scenes at the beginning, that's all really the same scene of the set list. We get of the camera set. You know, we get flashback to that scene numerous times, and that gives us a deeper understanding of Jupe's character. And then pretty much when we have that understanding is when he gets killed off.
Okay.
And there's
I was thoroughly disappointed.
there's so little development
Okay.
in his actual character arc that I just don't.
But there's two sides of the coin, right? There's Jupe and there's OJ, right?
But
there's
Jupe
a person.
was so much more interesting than OJ. I feel
But
like.
this is okay. So this Jupe is long time. OJ is short time, right? Jupe's trauma came when he was a kid with the monkey, and then OJ's trauma is with his dad,
Recently,
right?
yeah.
So and when you have two different reactions, right? You have the reaction of this I can't control this thing, and he wants to go back and revisit this massive power or whatever that he thinks is so interesting, and he's gonna sell tickets or whatever to his Starlight, whatever, and he wants to go back to relive his glory days, right? And then in this time he actually looks at it instead of looking at it through like the cloth or whatever that was in the monkey, and so then he looks at it and then he dies, right? But then we have OJ who's gonna is trying to do the same thing, right? Profit off of him, but instead he kills it in the end, or at least M kills it in the end.
Yeah, I just don't feel like there was enough explaining for the whole Jupe storyline. I feel like we just didn't give it enough shots with like current day Jupe. I felt like the flashback stuff was extremely well established. Every shot that they did there, it built on the
That
characters.
was like the scariest moment of the movie.
No, it really was. It really
But
was.
see,
Like it had me
again,
on
it's-
the edge of my seat.
It's the
like,
scariest one of the movie. It's the movie I'm most interested in, and then it's just done.
But I don't think it was even all about Jupe. Like parts of the movie was about the animals and like the animal instinct. Like it was the horses, and then it was the monkey, and then it was the alien.
That's
they
true.
all
Right,
connect.
right, yeah.
Well, for
Oh,
example,
yeah.
before
They all
example,
connect. It's not
Go-
all about Jupe and all that.
Yeah,
It's
no.
more about the monkey, and it's more about the horse, and it's more about the actual.
100%. But like Gordy feels like a more fleshed out character than Jupe in
Yeah.
the end. Like I feel like I learned way more about the monkey than I did about Jupe.
What
And I
are
feel
your
like
questions about Jupe?
like I don't know, just like what his purpose in the movie really serves. Like I understand that it's sort of a foil to OJ's character.
Yes,
but
that's the purpose of the movie.
it's not established enough. They don't parallel him with like OJ nearly at all, except for the fact that they both have traumatic life experiences, and then Jupe is just killed off.
They have
Okay.
okay, so Jupe earns his profit off of what? An animal, a monkey. OJ earns his his money off of what? An animal, horses. He has a traumatic experience. He has a traumatic experience with an animal, the monkey.
The monkey.
OJ has a traumatic experience with an animal, the alien. I mean, I can go on and on, babe.
But keep going.
You want me to-
No, okay. See, Jupe, like they set it up that he thinks he can like control. He can tame the beast,
Yeah.
right? With the monkey, because he was the only
He
one
has
that
that
survived that.
yeah.
Except for his on-show sister, she just got extremely
Demolished.
crippled.
Right.
But like he thought he could tame it, because like the monkey didn't kill him. It was about to give him a fist bump before the only shot that ever scared me in that movie was the monkey getting shot. That
I jumped on that one, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Exploding fist bomb.
Honestly, didn't.
I think Jupe's character was that he thinks he could tame a beast or like
Yeah.
something, and he thinks he can tame this thing in the sky, and that's why he's sacrificing horses and he's trying to turn it into a show. But his the message with Jupe, I guess, is that you can't tame these wild things, and that's why he died.
No, and I find that like so interesting and like so engaging, and I just like wish we got like more of it. Like I just don't feel like the end result is as satisfying as like the actual themes and the actual story.
He is
behind what
also,
he's trying to
he's
do.
recreating the spectacle, right? He said after Gordy, everyone was like, "Oh, can I get some of that footage of everyone dying?" Right? That's what he said. He's like, everyone was so interested after the event, so he's trying to recreate that, right, with this spectacle of the UFO or the alien eating the horses, and he's trying to recreate that spectacle in a way that he's trying to tame it, and obviously it doesn't work out for him because he dies. So he looks at it, in which he doesn't look at the ape.
But I never thought about that. That's actually good. I agree with your guys' point there.
Oh.
And like
nice.
looking
I told
Breaking
you,
ground.
I told you I'm open. I'm
and
open.
looking into the eyes of these animals was like established in the first
Every
few
animal,
minutes
every
with the
animal.
horses with the
Mirror ball thing.
mirror ball thing for VFX. And
What was that?
what was
Was that?
What happened?
I'm not
What'd you
sure
do,
what
Ethan?
happened.
What'd you do, Ethan?
I can't.
It's so overwhelming for you.
It's a joke.
Okay, I don't know what's going on, but continue.
So you got the horse looking into its eyes, and then you got the monkey, and Arctic monkeys, and no.
Arctic monkeys? What are you talking about?
You got the monkey, and Jupe never looks the monkey in the eyes because of the shoe, and then the cloth when the monkey gets close, and then the UFO alien. Look at your face.
Sorry. Okay, yeah.
And I mean,
All right.
about that whole timing thing, like literally, what like for Emerald, like the whole point was in the end she finally tamed Jean Jacket, like
The horse she never had to tame, right?
the horse
her
she
father
never
let
had
her
to
down.
tame.
Yeah.
And when she takes the picture of the beast, it's like that was her moment for her that she never got, and like it's just part of the whole movie.
What do you? How is taking a picture of the alien the same as taming?
Well, it's like
Jean
it's
Jacket?
like control, you know? Like
Yeah.
they had some sort of.
But I don't think
control
she had any control in that final scene. I feel like she just sort
She
of
just got the
acted
shot.
out of impulse.
Yeah, but what was the whole point of the movie? Is that you're trying to get the whole shot, and she finally
The
gets the
Save
shot.
the ranch,
But-
like that was the whole point.
Yeah, she finally gets the
That's-
But I don't think that
Finally,
it was
saving the ranch is not her story. That's OJ's. That's OJ's main motive in the movie.
Yeah, but she was never given the opportunity to because she never was a part of it because her father never let her tame the horses.
Speaking
and now
of father,
she's the one.
I do want to say I really like Keith David as the
Oh,
father.
Keith
in this
David was
movie.
great.
I thought he did a
Okay.
great job.
Keith David's just like an excellent actor in every movie he's in.
he's
Yeah,
just-
he's
he's
just
just
great.
He's just big. He's just big.
You know, the arbiter.
All right, let's go on something different.
Oh, right, yeah.
Anyway, so let's move on.
Hey, let's talk
Oh, that
about how
was
sucky
OJ.
of a character Angel is.
Yeah, I
Really.
hate
Because
it.
I do want to
I
hate
hate
it.
it.
I thought he was the comedy relief. I thought he was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Hey,
He was-
the comedy relief was definitely Emerald.
I
Okay,
feel like
Emerald
that's
was funny,
both-
too.
I feel like
Both
once
of
you
them.
have
I mean-
Emerald, you don't need a character like Angel. Angel just
When they were
distracted.
both in the when they were both in the
Angel
house
sucks.
when the blood was going down the thing, that the comedy between them while also freaking out because like one of them grabbing the knife, like
I
that
don't-
was hilarious. What
I
are they
don't-
gonna do?
I don't think it's as funny as the comedy between Emerald and OJ.
100%.
I mean, there was
100%
very
agree.
little of that though. Like
Yeah,
No,
I,
it's because
I remember the scene when they're like clapping hands right in the beginning, but like the rest of it's like quick.
I
like,
think it
little-
was just funny, just how just the contrast, just because
Yeah.
Emerald's always upbeat and everything, and OJ's like,
Yeah, and I don't feel like Angel added any comic relief that couldn't have been done with OJ and Emerald, and I don't feel like his character arc pretty much is nothing. There's no deeper subtext really with his character. I just feel like he's a guy who works at a Radio Shack that likes aliens, and I guess.
But there wouldn't be enough
But I feel like
characters
that's
then. Then there'd be like a
Yeah.
lack of characters, a lack of
And then
like,
you get
personality.
more OJ and
I
more
feel-
Emerald.
We could have gotten more cinematographer. That would have been great for establishing his character.
Yeah, but I feel like it's
No,
a
we needed
natural.
to-
It's a natural way of events, right? They only contact the cinematographer when they have trouble, and they only contact Angel because he's obsessed with it. And it's. I think it's a natural
Well,
process.
Angel just
that
Angel
feels
shows
that
up on
Angel
himself.
shows up. They don't
He shows
contact
up on
him. They don't
himself.
want Angel there.
Yeah, he
That's how
just
the murder
starts
stuff.
talking. Yeah,
He
yeah,
almost
exactly.
feels like a character that was like added into the movie last minute
He's that
because
character you're not supposed to like. He's that
Yeah.
character you're supposed
I feel like
to
that's the
dislike.
cinematographer. I hated the cinematographer.
I liked both of them. I think
I feel
the
like-
cinematographer was dumb with the decision he made, but like I liked his character
I
still.
feel like the cinematographer made a dumb decision. You're supposed to be like, oh, come on, man. But Angel just.
I think you needed a third character because he's the one who told
I
you
completely disagree.
he's the one that told you camera one's out or whatever. You needed that.
He noticed
while-
the cloud that wasn't moving.
Yeah, you
like,
noticed the cloud that wasn't. You needed another set of eyes.
And I don't-
that M was
Okay,
not.
maybe if they needed a third
wasn't
character,
getting
they could
because
have done it. They could have done it in a different way besides Angel.
But I
Yeah,
really
but-
don't. I really don't think they needed the third character. I think
But-
OJ and Emerald are like plenty.
But OJ's on the field, right? He's the field guy for the most part. To the
And
movie.
Emerald's
And Emerald's one,
the
but
tech girl.
Yeah, but-
Emerald could be that person.
But Emerald's
is what
that
I'm saying.
over hyper. She's always playing, constantly playing. Throughout the movie, at the very beginning scene, she's playing all of her stuff, and she's selling the horses or trying to get money for the whatever, right? And she's not really doing what Angel's doing, like in this scene exactly.
But
Like-
but she could be.
Yeah, but she needs
is by the
that-
end of the movie. She is.
Yeah, that's a called character arc, right?
Okay,
If
no.
she's constantly already doing it, then you have two OJs, but one's more talkative, right?
What? No.
No, because OJ's not doing that.
Yeah,
stuff. OJ is on the field, like you
OJ's in the
said.
field, and she's doing everything else.
You do have two people doing that because you have her and Angel, who does not
I'm
need
saying-
to be in the movie. He doesn't need to be in here.
Okay, fine. He doesn't need to be in that movie, but I thought he added a lot to the plot. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and he like
Yeah,
helped
yeah.
them move forward when they
Yeah.
had nowhere to go. Like,
I think they needed another character, and
if they didn't have another character, it would just been the lack of personality, the lack of.
When you guys
slow down
said
the movie.
Angel, for the first, I forgot who he was.
that's why I was concerned.
I
with the-
I kept hoping, like, as I was watching the movie, to find a reason for him to be in this movie, and by the end, I was just left like disappointed. Like, so I guess he was just there too. I guess he was just one of the guys.
The only thing he
like,
did was the camera, set up the cameras, and tell them when it was out like
which
one time.
the cinematographer, I mean, he knows a thing or two about cameras, so. It's just...
Yeah, but then contact him till later,
yeah, and that's
and that was kind of like a struggle to get him there, right?
not.
Because he's a big time cinematographer.
Not really. There's like one scene where it's like, he's a big time cinematographer. It's hard, but we got him. we got
There
him
was natural
anyways.
progression.
And I don't think there was a progression. I think there was. I don't think we. Could
But he
get
came.
him.
But he came
I
because
think-
he's intrigued by,
Yeah, and that all happened just so fast that like, what's even the point of that? What's even
I thought you
the
said
point
you
of
was slow.
I'm talking about this
I thought you said it was
particular
slow.
scene.
Let's
I'm
talk
talking
about
about
that.
this particular. I do think the movie as a whole is slow, and I think it has pacing issues. But yeah, there are also some character arcs that are very much rushed, like the cinematographer's, who doesn't really have a character arc until the last scene he's in.
Well, he does have. He has a natural.
He
It's
doesn't
kind
have
of
a
his.
natural progression.
Yes, he does.
No.
Yeah,
No.
because at the beginning of the movie, he's this overused. He's sick of the nowadays Hollywood, right?
Mm.
And he goes to the farm because he wants that natural shot without the Oprah shot, right? Just because he's been working through, the new Hollywood where there's all this green screen and stuff that he doesn't like. That's his progression.
Sure, but why can't he just like film the animals that he likes, like that he was looking at in the movie? Why can't he just do that? Why does he need to kill himself filming an alien? Like,
Because
what's
that's the spectacle. That's the spectacle.
It just seems like
Why does he need to? I don't understand.
no, he clearly needs to. That is a need of his because
Yes.
he kills himself for it.
Yes.
I just don't understand why.
All right.
Because he's giving himself.
We keep running into the
To the
same wall.
spectacle.
We keep running into
Okay,
the same
okay.
wall here. Yeah. Okay, there's one character we haven't talked about, the biker. We haven't talked about the
Okay,
biker yet.
TMZ guy, right? TMZ. I got.
Oh, yeah.
I got. So
I've been forgetting about him too.
Bro, come on, guys.
we
He
saw
does
it in the
nothing.
summer. Yeah, he dies.
He's hardly
right?
a character. He's hardly.
He
likes it.
He
He
literally
tries to
says
steal-
he doesn't try to steal. He says he's basically bait, right? He says to get this shot, right? And he wants
Again,
it.
like he wants the shot. Like that's
he
part
wants
of
the
the
shot.
movie.
He wants the spectacle, right? It's just another person
Yeah.
that sacrifices himself for the spectacle,
Well, he
right?
didn't sacrifice himself. He just was willing to do anything for it.
Yeah,
He had
willing
no
to do
idea what he
anything
was
for it.
getting into, you
The-
know?
just like all the countless people that are devoting themselves to this film business,
But-
he's willing to give himself up just for that
But
spectacle.
did you need that many characters to establish that idea, or could you have just drawn out like Steven Yeun's character, for example, for
But-
like the full length of the movie and have it
then that
hit
makes it
way
slow,
harder?
which you already don't like because there's.
Well, it doesn't make it slow if like you know how to pace the movie. Like the movie isn't slow because like they spend too much time with one particular character. It's slow because it stops its momentum like every 20 minutes or so, and it just resets with their title cards. You know that just completely break down the momentum.
I think what Ethan means
That
is
telecards
like
breaks down. I thought it was a natural.
No.
It's a natural act.
Bro, I need some pizza right now.
I think what Ethan means is if the movie had focus on
Oh yeah, that's so good.
just one other character solely, it would have paced a lot faster because you don't have to focus more on other characters' backstories.
You're not
as
exactly.
often.
You're not getting distracted by stories that you're not invested in. You
Right.
could have OJ and Jupe be like the main contrasting force in the movie, and that eliminates the need for a cinematographer. It
Right.
eliminates the need for a TMZ biker guy.
Like you don't exactly, yeah, like you
But-
don't.
Everything eliminates.
It's
the need for it.
But
Should not be in the movie.
that contrast,
Is it you?
it shows how he fails because he thinks he can control it, right? So that he needs to
Why not
fail.
have that at the end of the movie and build him up more?
Right. Like
Like
it's
doesn't build him up more.
like it's an
Because then there's no OJ.
right. Yeah. But it's like there's
OJ needs to win,
Build them up
and
together.
Think about
But
how much
that-
extra time you'll have to build them up once you get rid of Angel and the cinematographer and the TMZ guy.
Right.
It's such a
I don't
better
know.
movie.
You keep saying the TMZ guy. He's in it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
TMZ,
it's 5 minutes that don't need to be in the movie. Like, it's 5 minutes of already established things. Like, oh, he's sacrificing himself for the shot. That's such an original idea. that we
Okay,
haven't seen
so if you
already.
don't want the cinematographer to die, you don't want the TMZ guy to die,
I just want
then there is
Stevie.
no
I just want more
sacrifice.
Stevie.
There is no sacrifice.
He is the
Kinda
sacrifice.
taking the
the
lead.
He's
only
not
sacrifice.
sacrificing, though.
He's sacrificing
Kinda
himself.
He's thinking he can control
Ethan
the
and I were
viewer
just chilling,
into what he
and I
wants
was digging
to
into
to
this
it,
like
but he
poker
does,
table.
and he fails because he knows he can't control the
Yeah,
viewer.
this is great.
Right?
Wait, how you doing, Ethan?
It's
And,
like
Doing
and he
good.
fails at that. He gets
Our own little
eaten,
podcast over here.
but not.
right.
He's trying to control it. And
But
he
I do
fails.
think there's a bit of
Last
self-sacrifice
Sunday.
when you're trying to control an
great
alien.
movie.
Like, he
It's a
always
great
is
movie.
aware.
We're doing whoever owns the
Oh my
podcast
God.
over here.
I mean, it's kind of turned into the Patrick and Ethan back and forth.
No,
podcast.
I think we had some good ideas flowing, right? Yeah, right.
We
got
need to
some-
go on to a different topic. Out of character.
It's like an over.
Yeah, we've been on characters for 40 minutes.
But the characters, that's how deep the characters, that's how deep the characters are, though, right?
Okay.
And we haven't even talked about OJ.
Let's get to
Okay,
like.
let me talk about OJ.
I think it's.
OJ is so interesting because he is this guy, right? That
Look, everyone's agreeing with
Yeah,
that.
everyone loves OJ.
Yeah.
yeah, but
This is supposed to be an argument over dope, and everyone's gonna agree with like what you're saying.
okay,
So it's like-
I'm not gonna say anything though.
Okay.
OJ is great. His performance
OJ
is
's
great.
great.
It's so subtle. The subtleties are incredible.
I hope
Okay,
Daniel
I like to
Craig is
say-
in every no movie, in every Jordan Peele.
Oh, he's a great
yeah.
actor.
I like
Excellent.
Every film movie.
one thing.
In every movie he's in.
All right, see,
Mhm.
I was listening to a podcast this morning on Nope, so I could
Louise?
no,
no.
so I could prepare for the movies.
It's a time.
And they brought up this theory that OJ could possibly be on the spectrum because of how he always looks down at the ground and he's always quiet.
Oh, I
It
think
could
I
also be just antisocial,
Right.
but it could also be he's on the spectrum, which either
I
way.
think that I think that's really interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
And I think that character, out of all the characters, has the deepest
Oh yeah.
character work in the entire movie. I think
That's why I
that's
want to talk about it. We all agree about it.
Yeah, we all agree
Right.
about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're not gonna talk about it.
Oh, I agree.
I'm just gonna say, I think so far what this movie suffers from the most is like an overabundance of characters that really don't need to be in the movie.
Real.
So it's like there's an overabundance of characters, but it's also slow. So it seems contradicting forces in my
Well,
opinion.
no, it actually works pretty hand in hand because it's slow because they're spending all these time with these characters that
Building,
you care about.
building their character arcs.
But
Yeah.
but the Suicide Squad had millions of characters, and it felt like 2 seconds.
Well, those were
Because
really
the Suicide
characters.
Squad wasn't even having this many character arcs.
That's because Jordan Peele didn't direct the Suicide Squad.
I'm just saying that a lot of characters means that it goes so fast. I literally
That's
have
not always the case. That's not always the case. You
I feel like
can't-
that is the case a lot of the time. Like
lot of
Eternal.
the time.
Oh, actually, Eternals was really slow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go with that.
Have
But
we really spent 40 minutes talking about characters?
Yes, we have.
Oh,
Yeah,
do you guys
we
want to
have.
move on then?
we
Yeah,
should move
Sure.
on. We
Well,
should
wait,
move
what do
on.
we move on to?
Themes?
Themes? Oh, yes.
Well, I mean, we kind of covered that already.
Yeah.
I got a lot
little
of double
bit.
back here.
I feel like the main argument was, at least that I had with the movie. Once again, I like the movie. I feel like the main issue I had was the characters, and I feel like that's still the issue that I have most with the movie,
So it's just
and as well as the pacing. I think those are my big 2 criticisms of the movie. Everything else I pretty much like about it.
So, yeah. Anything to add, Wyatt?
No, that's
Have you
it.
given
No,
up?
Like I said,
Mine's here for the ride.
did so much and accomplished so little.
I want you to expand on that.
I just when we cover so little, and it's just like all this rich subtext. Like, how does that?
Yeah, I do want to hear a little bit.
Because
about
we're talking about it, and it's like
Well,
we're talking about this
I
like,
got-
characters for 40 minutes.
Is that just a line
So
that you want
little.
to say to make yourself like sound smart, or do you have?
Elaborate, Wyatt.
I'm talking about surface level. I'm not talking about subtext. I agree with the subtext.
But we're talking about the movie as a whole. Let's talk about the movie as a whole. Stop saying surface level. The movie is the movie, right?
Okay, the movie as a whole. See, I had that one line, and it doesn't really work for the movie as a whole.
Yeah, you guys keep talking about surface level, surface level.
Surface
The
level.
movie is the movie, right?
The movie is also the surface level. It's both parts. It's both parts.
Exactly. So when you
So
say
what we're saying, we're
it's
saying
like, oh,
on
just
the
surface level, ignore everything else. It
On the
doesn't make any
surface level-
sense.
On the surface level, they do so much, accomplish so little. But on the subtext level, it's really great, you know.
So does that make it a great movie? Because that's the movie is the subtext also. That coincides.
To be a great movie, you have to have great surface and subtext.
I agree with
feel
that.
like it's just mediocre surface and great subtext. So
Okay.
I feel
Yeah.
it's an above average movie. It's a competent Jordan Peele film.
Which is why.
That's good.
That
I
should
agree
be
with
what we
that.
call the review. A competent Jordan Peele film.
Which is why I think.
I think it's an insane movie about how much stuff he packed into this, and such.
How related it's to the world right now.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
How
it's-
like people are using, an overabundance of CGI.
yeah.
You know, like people are
He shot with
trying.
IMAX cameras. It's not in a streaming service because he wants you to see it in the movie theater
Right.
for the spectacle. Because these people that made the movie sacrificed themselves.
Or the spectacle.
And guess what? Guess what? I'm gonna. You know how the credits are orange? What's the credits orange?
Yeah.
I think of the movie, right? OJ's
Hoodie.
hoodie. What does OJ mean? Orange juice. That's also orange, right?
Juice is loose, yeah.
Juice is loose.
Juice is
Emerald. What does she wear at the end? Green. What are emeralds? Green. At the very beginning of the movie, what do we see? A green screen with orange tape on it, right? Everything that goes into the movie that you will never see,
Easter eggs,
Right.
you know?
you know it's there. Green
Love
screen.
that.
Easter eggs.
These green the green screens and the orange tape and stuff, right? That's what's going into the movie, but the viewer will never see, right? And we get to see this in the movie.
And I find
Right.
this stuff so much more interesting than the actual plot of the movie.
But it is the movie.
yeah.
It is the movie. It's not
It's
real.
the subtext of the movie.
I mean, yeah.
It's
like,
still the movie.
Personally,
Right.
You're still saying the movie. Personally,
I
that's
think
how
La
that
La
works.
Land's better.
Okay.
La La Land.
That's just my opinion. That may be a hot take, but I think La La
It
Land
is
better.
I mean, really, it's again
What's
why
the
I
song in
think.
La La Land?
Guys,
Yeah.
can I bring up a separate topic here?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever watched The Boys?
Yes.
Stop.
You watched The Boys too? Oh my god.
Serious? Actually, you never watched it.
I have watched it. Why are you
Okay.
guys?
Alright.
Any closing arguments? Anything you want to say?
About the movie or
want to say one
characters?
thing.
No, man.
About the movie
I
or
think-
characters? Like what?
About everything. The whole movie.
Alright, I was feeling. So like I said at the beginning, I love the Easter eggs and stuff. Like I recognize the MVP guy, is that what it's right? The biker dude, right? His last name, right, is the same last name as, remember in the beginning of the movie when she's talking about the first ever person to like record video was a black man on a horse. The person who recorded that video is the same, his last name is the same guy's last name as that biker. That's the Easter egg that you find us in the movie. I love how at the beginning of the connects it's like the spectacular, I can't say the word. The spectacle, you know? In the beginning, like, verse of from the Bible, it's like all throughout the movie. Like, that's the whole point of the movie. And it's like all this stuff, like,
Subtext.
you know, the nickel that he hangs on the wall, and then, like, they have the shoe that he keeps, like, all this stuff. Like, it's like drama, but he keeps it. Like, it's part of, like,
The spectacle.
human growth,
Right, yeah.
you know? But, like, all this stuff that you can correlate and, like, connect with each other, but then also, like, Easter eggs. Like, that's what I love. That's what I look for in a movie. Like, even in Marvel, I do the same thing.
Look
I
for
don't-
in a movie.
that's what I try to find. And that's exactly what I found. That's exactly what I found in Nope. And he did just a great job with it, you know?
Yeah.
I'll remind our listeners out there. I haven't seen this movie, but this is why I think that like Get Out is superior to No because it's the perfect level. Okay, look, so far anyway. But like it's Get Out is the perfect level of excellent story and excellent subtext together.
Yep.
From what I've heard from Wyatt,
So I agree with you
Ethan,
guys.
it's
And we can
Nope
take
is
from the
mo-
common ground, it's competent.
right, yeah,
Compromise.
like, and from what I've heard
I
from
think it's definitely much more than competent. I
Yeah.
think it's otherworldly in a way that I'm saying.
Otherworldly?
I'm saying this.
Wow.
I'm saying
That is more than confidence.
I'm saying, I don't think it's
Great.
I don't
That's
think
better
Jordan
than-
Peele was competent while writing this movie. I think he went too far, right? I think he went farther
Too
than
far
he's
in
ever.
one direction.
Too
I'd
far in
say.
maybe one direction, but I'm saying that he like what's the movie that what's his name made with Tenet, right? Tenet, he went way too far.
Christopher
with that.
Nolan?
No one know what the hell's
It's,
going on.
it's
You watch,
actually
like,
very similar. I feel like those movies kind of parallel.
exactly, but
I thought
who
Tenet was
remember what
great,
the hell
actually.
Tenet was going? I have no idea what Tenet was going on. Okay, but I'm saying I feel like that's kind of similar in regards to he went too far in one direction. But I'm saying he shouldn't be seen as competent. I think he should be seen as like a
As
genius.
adventurous.
As-
Yeah.
I mean, like the things that he thought of was just like blow you away.
And of course, I respect his ambition with this movie. I'd
It's
much
very
rather
ambitious.
have,
Right, yeah, of
I'd
course.
much rather have a movie like this than one where I couldn't talk about it for 10 minutes. We've talked about this for 50 minutes.
yeah, exactly.
Those the fact that we talked about for so long.
Just on story characters.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys want to move along with the plot? No, I'm sorry.
But yeah, like
And what's just like special about this movie is like it leaves you leaving like with questions, but it's not like those questions like you watch Eternals, you're like, what in the world did I watch? It's like good questions
Yeah.
and like theories. Like I told the rest of them, but I haven't told Brandon yet. I told him about OJ. Like you think
You got the
you
sequel
literally okay. So like they're on the bike. It's sort of the viewers too. Wait for you know. But like okay, so you have OJ on the horse and you have Emerald on the bike and. Emerald goes to the fair, right? And she's trying to get the shot, whatever. But you don't know what happens to OJ. All we know is that OJ is distracting the animal, the alien, whatever you want to call it. But she kills it. She gets the shot. But then you see him, like right there. You see him there, but he makes no emotion. Like there's no movement. Like barely anything's going on. And then she walks away. Like she doesn't like communicate with him. She doesn't make any like gesture. She walks away. Like you're like, is he alive? Is he dead? Like what in the world's going on? And that's all that note did. You're asking these questions. You're coming up with these theories, and it's all up into interpretation. That's
I
what's-
agree.
it's
I
a
think
Nope
I
agree
A
with
good
that.
movie-
I agree
like,
that that is all
too much
that
interpretation.
Nope
A
did.
good
That is
movie
all that
exists
Nope
But you
after
want
you watch
that.
it.
You want that.
No,
Like
you definitely do. You definitely
you
do.
want to
I
go
just-
home thinking about it. You want to go home thinking.
I was thinking about
like-
this for days. Okay, that's how you know it's a good movie is that we're talking about it for 15
If you,
minutes. 50
if you
minutes.
can leave,
yeah,
you
for
can
50
leave a
minutes.
movie theater and have every answer to every question. It's not a good movie.
It's
Like,
not
Yes,
a good movie.
right.
You need to be able to make theories about it. You need to be able to think about it for like a
Interpretations,
while.
all this
See,
stuff.
I definitely
Exactly.
thought about this movie more than I did Us or Get Out.
Yeah, I
for
thought
like 4
that-
days
Definitely
after
makes
watching
sense.
it.
Like it hit me. Like it's like, oh, this summer blockbuster that's like everyone's excited for, and then it's like you're going home like
what did
with,
I just
with
watch?
a feeling inside.
Yeah.
You get it's like I gotta process this.
Right.
You gotta sleep on it. And I think
thought-
that's great.
Digest it a
A
bit.
thought-invoking, competent Jordan Peele film. No.
Oh, one thing about the cinematographer. Okay, I got one more thing for you. The quote that I think perfectly wraps up this movie came from the unimportant character of the cinematographer.
Oh.
The dream you're chasing,
I
where you end up,
I know
where you end up on top of the mountain, is the one you never wake up from. You're never gonna get there.
I want to be clear how great of a line. It was great in the trailer when that first came out, and it was great in the movie, but it just came completely out of nowhere. Like, he just delivers this super deep line. It doesn't really have anything to do with this character. It doesn't really have anything to do with him as a person.
But he's that wise. He's the wise.
And I
He's
feel
that
like-
guy.
He's
Gandalf.
Yoda.
and I feel like
He's that guy.
and after watching it, I feel like his sole purpose was to deliver that line. Like, I feel like that is by far
But
the
he-
best part about his
But
character.
he's just the cinematographer. He knows that the viewer will always consume. He knows this, and he's the one who's passing this to OJ. He sacrificed himself. He passes it to OJ, and guess what? OJ doesn't make that mistake, right? He doesn't make the mistake of sacrificing himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he passes this information, this wise information, to OJ, so that we get the end of the movie.
I don't think he's that wise.
Okay, that's just a difference of opinion.
just
Because
make
that
it
line, I think,
wise.
wraps up the
I don't think he's
movie
that wise. I think
perfectly.
he does that brilliant line, and then he...
Also,
Okay, the one thing that I hate
Himself.
about Zootopper stuff, the one-eyed purple people eater.
Yeah,
that
was so
was
weird.
really weird. It came out of left field. There's probably
See,
some subtext that
Because that's the thing. He
I
does
don't
the
know
purple people eater, and then he does the then he does the. You're not gonna wake up from this stream. It's like it's two completely different levels. Like I don't. He has no balance, and he's just saying things throughout the movie, and then dies.
Yeah, I feel like the purple people eater was a little silly. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
it messes up his character.
No,
I feel like I think he's just, shows, I don't know.
I
Like
think he
how he's kind of dwindled through his
I think he
career.
just could have used some more fleshing out, or preferably, did not make the final cut of the movie. I think that would have also been.
I disagree.
Ooh, people who didn't make the okay, there was a character in the trailer.
Oh yeah, I
Yes,
heard about
yes.
this. There's a character in the
Yeah.
trailer that wasn't in the movie, and it was supposed to be like this guy that when the gory is going insane, he like walks towards the apes killing
Is that
people.
all he does?
It's just in the
trailer.
and it was during the flashback. And
Oh,
but
okay.
I think Jordan Peele said he took it out because he wanted the monster to be the, because I think he was supposed to represent the viewer as well.
No, but he also said in the interview that he talked about the guy that he deleted, and he said if you want more stories in this universe, there's always that character to go to. So he's like setting up a Nope universe.
Interesting.
I really hope he doesn't do that.
Yeah, I did.
Please don't set up a Nope universe, Jordan Peele.
The Nope
Of course,
universe.
we know you're watching, Jordan Peele. Don't make a Nope 2, please. It was
Phase
already
1, I'm hyped for it. I'm so hyped.
Okay.
Nope versus
OJ and Emerald
Morbius.
in the Nopaverse of Madness.
No.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
OJ will return.
Versus
I think
Yeah,
Nope
that's
would've
why the
been-
credits were orange. We know he's gonna return, right?
I think
It's all
Nope would've
connected.
been- I think it would have been a lot better film if it would have had like an end credit scene.
See, this is why you're not invited to this anymore.
Where it's just OJ and then Samuel L. Jackson just walks out with his
Yeah. With the eye patch.
I'm hoping to assemble a team.
Yeah.
Just OJ and the alien. I did not see that one coming.
And then at the very end it goes da-da-da. It starts playing the Avengers theme,
Yeah,
and then it's like, oh.
Like
okay.
OJ with the alien, he's right behind me, isn't he? you know the Marvel memes.
Okay, yeah.
My name's Angel. Oh, that sounded better in my head. Ugh.
Okay.
Imagine, like, Daredevil says that in She-Hulk, like, my name's Daredevil. That sounded better in my head. Like,
I can't imagine that.
I thought it was gonna happen.
I've never watched you. Yeah, let's talk about what's to come here. What's to come with Kaluvis? What's our next thing? I was thinking
Well, wait, we need to know. We need to give our final ratings on the movie and like what
We
Brandon
do.
thinks. You know?
out of 5. Let's do out of 5. 4.5.
Out of 5.
So
Wait, don't we do it out of 10?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but let's do Letterboxd. That's better.
Okay, that makes
going by
season 2. It's season 2 of Kaluvis. Okay, we're
Season
switching it
2
up.
will make it. What was it?
Yikes.
We're switching it up. What's the phrase? Mixing it up. Shaking it up. We're shaking it up, okay?
Switching
like
gears.
Bella Thorne.
That was wrong.
Okay.
Cutting cameras.
Ratings of the movies. Ratings of the
4.5, you could do 0.5.
please subscribe
Out of
to our
4.
channel.
Out of 5, I mean. You can do 0.5.
Okay. Am I starting?
Yes.
Shake it up.
Bro, I was gonna rate it like a 4 or something. Like, I'm on team Nope.
5 out of 5.
Easy 6 out of 5.
Guys, I have to go 1. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I'll do like. Can I do like a 3.75?
Sure.
That's pushing.
That's pushing.
3 3/4.
I'll lean toward your side. I'll say 4 out of 5.
4 to 5. That's a great score.
That is a great score.
I'm glad that we convinced you. Okay, so give me that shake. Give me
Why
that
it's on our side now,
Should
Ethan.
I have done a 3?
No, it's whatever you feel. Whatever you feel.
Well, I'm used to out of 10. I was gonna say 7 out of 10, which is a 3.75 out of 5.
Okay, fine. We'll do out of 10 then.
No, a
7.
3.5 is a 7 out of 10.
We'll do a 3.5 for you. Okay.
Yeah,
There we go. Ethan.
Yeah, 3.5 times 2 is
Okay.
what? 7.
Okay.
Before we
That's out of 10. Quick math for you.
Okay, before we started this, I had my rating of the movie at a 3 out of 5, and it is still at a 3 out of 5. That's
It hurts.
what I
It
rate
hurts,
now.
I'll have
That's
to
what
say,
I rate
but-
now.
All right.
Brandon, you get it.
What do you
All right,
rate?
all right.
So you get
All
a
right,
rating.
all
You
right.
get a rating.
From what I've heard, it seems like a great movie. Excellent writing.
Great shots. Say it again.
At least
Say it again.
great shots.
Look at the color.
Look at that. This sounds beautiful.
I mean, it's
Eye
La La
candy at
Land.
its finest.
No La La Land.
It's worth it's worth the price ticket. It's worth the
Yeah,
price of the ticket.
it
Only
is
the
worth
shots,
it.
okay?
Yeah.
Ryan
All right, but like, I mean,
Ryan
It's not
Gosling.
me, right?
again, like, from what I've heard, it just seems like this movie suffers from just too much exposition
It's a
and
mess.
just too many characters. Other than that,
Again, he has.
I'll say it again. Great shots, great writing. Great action. Of course,
A lot of
like
greats for.
it's got Daniel
a lot.
Kaluuya in it. I mean, you're gonna have great actors in it, and Jordan Peele's a great director.
Let's hear it out of 5.
Out of 5, I mean,
Just hearing about
He's
it.
about to say a 3. I bet.
I will give it, from what I've heard, at least a 3.75 out of 5.
Okay.
3.75.
I knew so.
You can't do it.
Same as Wyatt.
You can't.
Yeah. Okay.
3.75. You're really pushing.
It's only
Wyatt.
reserved.
Brandon, he's
I think I bring it to a 4.5 still.
Yep, me
I
too.
thought it was. I think Get Out is a 5 out of 5, and I think this is a 4.5. Okay.
Give me that
I
good.
think it's
5 out of 5.
4.5.
I think it's one of the best movies of the summer. Easily.
4.5. Yep.
Probably the best movie of the summer.
Best
And,
movie of the
and
year.
definitely.
No, that belongs to the Batman easily.
That wasn't the summer. That was February.
Okay, well, I mean, movie of the year wise. Movie of the year.
Yeah,
wise.
movie of the year. I still have Batman.
The Batman is.
But-
easy.
Have you seen
movie of
Elvis?
the year. Everything, everywhere, all
I
at
haven't
once.
seen
I
Elvis.
haven't seen Elvis.
I
It's
haven't.
pretty baller. If
Elvis-
Austin Butler doesn't get an
I've
Oscar,
heard
I'm
mixed-
suing the
I was
I've
Oscar.
talking to
mixed
Ethan about
things
this.
about
It
that.
is the funniest movie I have seen in a while. Like Tom
Elvis?
Hanks in that movie.
Oh, Tom
it's
Hanks
the
in it?
most comical performance.
Oh my
I've
God,
ever
Tom
seen.
Hanks' accent is horrendous.
And-
It's so good though.
And like I see it and I'm like, this is a bad movie, but I just
Are you
loved
serious?
every
Elvis?
second of it. I
It's
just
so
adored
rewatchable.
it. Yeah,
Oh my
I thought
God,
it was
it's,
amazing.
I watched it twice. It was so good.
Yeah, I probably will watch
All
it
right.
twice.
What,
It's,
what's next for Kaluvis? You know?
I would say I don't know if you guys. I'd have to confirm with you guys, but don't worry, darling. Was looking pretty good.
But that's only gonna be in the movies
Interesting.
for one day, I think.
That's with
One day.
Yeah, because of what it's what it's about. I think it's like supposed to be like mind-boggling and all that, and they've only putting in the movies for one day.
I think it's just because Warner Brothers is
Okay,
off
so
right now.
Yeah, Warner Brothers is
actually,
just trying for.
actually, we're not gonna make money. Yeah,
when has a movie ever
I think it's only in there
I think
for one day.
don't worry.
have you seen like
upset.
have you seen something like only in theaters September so and so? Because that's not that doesn't mean it's only
No, I.
Warner's
I,
is just
I,
It's
I,
only in theaters. Yeah,
Exactly, like
And
Warner
that's
Brothers.
it.
that's it.
Oh, yeah.
No, this just means it's only in theaters.
no DVDs being sold at all.
No,
you have
One
One
chance,
day.
and you're done.
It's like the
This
Batgirl.
$90 million movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like Warner Brothers is just trying to kill themselves at this point.
God, I hope they show up.
Shazam.
Exactly, like, for what?
I
It
really hope
says
they see it.
September 23rd is the release date, but it doesn't tell me how long he's gonna stay in there.
It's
That's
not-
what
it's
I'm
not
just
hard
saying.
on-
You know what?
I've
Because it's a
heard
movie.
it's only really gonna be in the movies for one
Who
day.
said? Who said?
It was on.
Source.
I saw it on a source, but I don't remember what the source was.
Okay.
I trust me, bro.
I don't see
But
the.
there's so much
the
scandal,
plan.
like scandals right now behind that movie.
What do you mean?
Just between like one Harry and like Yelena. Yelena's the main character.
Yelena.
And not Yelena.
Pugh.
Florence
Florence.
Pugh.
I was
Florence
Florence, but I
Pugh?
put up-
Miss Flo.
Anyway, she's the main character, and she's getting paid 4 times less than Harry Styles.
Oh no, yeah, there's a lot of
There's
like,
a lot of
Oh,
that's
scandals.
weird.
Is it the
Not hear that.
even the
Well,
That's gotta be sexist somehow.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it is
there's
Harry Styles.
so much. I love Harry. Don't get me
I know,
wrong.
I
But
know.
but also it's Harry Styles.
Don't you
like,
dare
But
get me
it's
started on Harry
he's
Styles.
Yeah,
not the
we'll
main
see.
character.
No,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's
he's
what I'm
not even-
saying.
He's not even acting.
He's not the main character, and he's Harry Styles. Like he should not be being paid
And he's
more
not even
than
an
Florence
actor,
Pugh.
he's a
No, he's not an
singer.
actor
Yeah,
at all.
well,
And I've seen
actually-
his acting in the trailer, and
Have you seen
It's
Dunkirk?
horrible.
Have you seen
he was
Dunkirk?
fine in
He was
Dunkirk.
great in
He
Dunkirk.
did nothing.
Oh, yeah.
really.
I don't
He
even
was-
remember who he was in
Right, he was
Dunkirk.
just
Neither
a
do I.
guy in Dunkirk.
Okay, I was just saying. Okay, anyway. I
mean,
think
maybe
that's the next review.
Wakanda Forever, like when that
Oh,
comes out.
Wakanda forever.
That-
100%.
That's gonna be
don't
interesting
worry.
to
Don't
see.
worry, Dunkirk comes out in a week. So.
Yeah,
And,
I-
and we
I-
all
I-
have to
only
get
for
it.
one
We have to
day,
get
so-
down. We
Yeah.
have to get
We got a pre-order.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, darling, and we gotta see Fall.
Oh,
Fall!
I do
Oh
wanna
my
see
god, I
Fall.
want to see
do
that.
wanna see
It
Fall.
looks so stupid.
Elliot was talking to me about it.
Elliot Pollier, guest.
Guest maybe, yeah.
Guest
His
Kaluvi's
favorite
next
movie of the year last year was Uncharted.
He
so-
talked to me.
Oh, you got me.
Yeah, so he knows movies.
He was talking to me a ton about the Cars show that's coming.
Oh
up
my
this
god, you
week.
haven't watched it?
No, I haven't watched it.
Cars on the Road?
Cars on the Road.
You
That's
don't know
what it's
about it?
called. That's what it's called.
Yeah, I was watching it all day in government.
Oh, really?
Wait, you were slacking off in government, man?
Never.
Yeah, that awesome
Kaluvi's at the movies does not
Yeah,
promote slacking
yeah.
off.
We just kept interrupting that
Okay,
every
but
podcast.
Elliot, I was
She did that
talking.
every class.
I felt so
He
bad.
watched Fall, which shocked me. First of all, that Elliot
He
saw
sees
Fall.
like every movie.
He does see.
Yeah, it's just like
But
every
he
movie.
said the anxiety it gave him was so bad he started crying from it.
Oh.
Dude, we need to see it.
Cameras. Where did they got the camera?
No. That should be a
What are you guys
testament.
tomorrow night?
What are we gonna do if Elliot watches this? It's like, man, what the heck?
No, Elliot, no disrespect. That's supposed to be a compliment to the movie because
love you,
every
Elliot.
review says it's supposed to be highly.
Shout out
Elliot for
Elliot
life.
Disney.
Yeah,
shout out Elliot.
Oh, good love, baby.
Big shout out to Elliot.
Catch him on PNN. He's in show two, I believe. Sports.
Yeah,
Check him out.
sports.
Oh yeah, we saw
He's
Ethan and I saw his
Did a great job.
Patrick,
Did a great
great
job.
He's
And
dripping. Did you see that shirt he was
Yeah,
wearing?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anything else, guys? Any?
That's it.
Okay.
I think that covers it. Definitely recommend go watch it.
Yeah.
At the very least,
Oh,
watch
yeah.
it.
Go watch it.
Form your
watch
own
it in
opinion.
theaters.
Opinion.
Exactly.
Form your own opinion and watch it in theaters because it's not on any streaming
Leave it in
service.
the
Jordan
comments.
Peele wants you to see it in theaters. Okay, go out there.
Brandon, go watch it.
I will.
Enjoy
Don't be
that
a
spectacle.
don't be, a never-ending hunger viewer. I don't
Wait a
know what
second.
I'm saying.
If they're watching this, they
He's
haven't
railing
seen
on
the movie.
Don't see it,
Spoiled,
'cause-
you know?
Just forget about it. Okay,
They should have already seen the
Let's
movie.
just run the credits.
run the credits. We don't have an outro, so we're gonna see the rest of you guys
We'll see you on the flip flop later.
on the
We
next
just need a
one.
land speed over this, and then we're good.
Yeah, we gotta get Lance to put a beat. Yeah, Lance to put a beat.
But how pissed would McNulty get though?
What?
Putting the PNN outro on this.
No, we put
Sponsored by PNN.
Lance's
Big thanks to
best
Mr. McNulty for buying
Patrick,
equipment.
Patrick, I'll
Yes,
give
sir.
you $20 if you put this entire podcast in the next show.
Just have the password. I can do it.
Just like do like that cut thing for
Dude,
people to see
YouTube
that.
might not allow it. An hour long. I never
Shout
thought of that.
out- shout out to
You guys have, like,
McNulty.
a
No,
certain
we
amount of
can
subscribers.
cut it up. We'll need to cut
Guys,
it up.
let's get
No,
to
we're
our
not
next
cutting it up.
segment. Movies at the movies.
Shout out McNulty. He's a real one.